Welcome to this energy reading for 2026. When I sense the energies of this year that is coming, I get that is a year of recalibration. So let's start with the foundation. Recalibration means nothing stays where it was. Not your relationships, not your habits, not your identity, not your comfort zones, and not your delusions. Recalibration is correction. So, let's say where you are misaligned, life pushes you back into alignment. Where you are overextended, life pulls you in. Where you are underexpressed, life pushes you forward. Where you lie to yourself, life removes the option. So this is the lens through which everything else, I will say, must be inspected. The first thing I sense is the recalibration of truth. The masks fall. In 2026, the truth you have avoided becomes the truth you face. And recalibration exposes the excuses you have been saying all the time. Exposes the emotional wounds you cling to and the people you have outgrown and the stories you hide behind. So this is not spiritual metaphor, this is a practical reality in 2026. If you are off center, 2026 pushes you back. If you resist, you break. Now, the second energy I read is the recalibration of identity. Your narrative gets corrected. You have created a narrative about who you are. Some of it is accurate, some of it is self-protective fiction. So 2026 recalibrates your identity by removing things, by removing the identities that feel safe but false. It removes the roles you used to feel, important. It removes the personas you used to avoid vulnerability. You will not be who you were. And pretending, faking will not work anymore. Your identity becomes rooted in behavior, not self-image. The third energy tells me about the recalibration of relationships. Align or end it. 2026, rearrange your connections, not gently. Some people will leave you, some become distant, some intensify, some reveal sides you have ignored. Some relationships break under truth. This is not punishment. It's mathematics. If the frequency mismatch is too large, the connection dissolves. If the alignment is strong, it becomes deeper and more stable. In 2026, you don't get to hold on to everyone. And you shouldn't even try. The fourth is recalibration of emotional patterns. What you avoid will return. Any emotional pattern you haven't resolved comes back, not to haunt you, but to recalibrate your internal system. This includes, avoidance, denial, victimhood especially, all your addictive tendencies, your projections, your delusions. 2026 forces you to integrate or repeat. Those are the only two options. Then it comes the recalibration of discipline, the gap between intention and action. This year brings the most uncomfortable truth. Intention means nothing without execution. You say you want certain things. 2026 shows you whether your actions match those wants. This is where many people get exposed. The gap between what you claim and what you actually do, becomes too obvious to ignore. Your results reflect your discipline, not your rhetoric, not what you say. Then it will be the recalibration of purpose. There is no more time for half commitments. Purpose becomes louder, but also more demanding. 2026 asks, are you willing to show up consistently? Are you willing to stop hiding behind preparation, the process? Everybody now is, I'm in the process. Are you willing to take responsibility for your gifts? If not, the year will hold its momentum for you. Purpose without action is fantasy. 2026 eliminates your ability to justify fantasy. Then there is the recalibration of manifestation. There will be fast feedback loops. This is where things get sharp, because 2026 moves quickly. You get instant feedback on your internal state. If you are clear, things in your life will align. If you are scattered, things fall apart. If you are grounded, opportunities will appear for you. If you are avoidant, problems will escalate. The universe stops cushioning your chaos. It mirrors it. This is not magical thinking. It's cause and effect with shorter delays. It's just faster. Then is the recalibration of the world. External instability mirrors internal instability. So global events in 2026 act as a collective wake-up call. No doom, no despair, but recalibration. Systems that are unsustainable show their cracks. Leaders who are unreliable expose themselves. Economic shifts force adaptation. Social tension reveals what needs rebalancing. If your internal world is stable, you navigate this year easily. If it's not, you externalize blame instead of evolving. Then the core truth for 2026 is you don't get to skip your lessons this year. 2026 remove your hiding places. Whatever you have postponed, you face. Whatever you have denied, you acknowledge. Whatever you have silenced, you hear. And whatever you have avoided, you will confront. Recalibration is correction. the year corrects what you have refused to correct yourself. Now, the opportunity is that clean alignment creates momentum. And this is the part you actually need to hear. If you align yourself internally, emotionally, your behavior, and practically, 2026 becomes one of the most productive, expansive, accelerated years in your life. Recalibration is not punishment. It's precision. If you are aligned, life flows. If you are not, life intervenes. There is no neutrality, in this year. So the final message is like 2026 is not a test. It's a measurement. Because a test you can fail. A measurement you cannot argue with. 2026 show you exactly where you are. Not where you want to be. Not where you imagine you are. Not where you perform yourself to be. The year reveals your actual calibration, and once you see it, you can't unsee it. So, for me, the question is simple. In 2026, will you correct yourself willingly, or will life do it on your behalf? That is the reading.